Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chris. This is my partner Scott, and we are your WWE Review Guys. Here with our predictions for Armageddon 2007. We're going to go through every match and give you our take on it. So, Scott, you want to start?
I'll start with the Beth Phoenix Mickie James Divas match. I think my pick is going to be Mickie James this time. I think Beth Phoenix had a pretty good has had a good run as the Glamazon, the champion, and whatnot. But I think I'm ready personally. I think maybe the fans are ready for a face diva, somebody who's not quite as aggressive. So I'm going to pick Mickie.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with Scott here. I want to pick Beth Phoenix because I think the WWE is waiting on Candice Michelle to come back from an injury, which should be fairly soon. And when that happens, they're going to put the belt back on her because she's more interesting than Mickie James is. So I'm going to pick Beth Phoenix in this one. The next match we have is MVP versus Rey Mysterio. A lot of people are picking Rey Mysterio to win. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the company is waiting on Matt Hardy to come back. That way they can set up a whole MVP Matt Hardy feud for the WrestleMania. It's perfect timing. Saying that, I think MVP is going to find some way to either cheat or get himself disqualified. It won't be a fair win. So MVP is ultimately going to keep the belt.
I'm going to echo most of what he said. I think they want to really give a proper ending to the whole MVP Matt Hardy feud, so they're not going to take MVP's belt away quite so soon, and they're just kind of giving Rey Mysterio a little boost, a little face time, while for the time being. But Mysterio won't win this time; it'll be MVP. Next match is going to be Punk and Kane versus Mark Henry and Big Daddy V. I'm going to pick Punk and Kane to win this one because I think Big Daddy V and Mark Henry are kind of one-trick ponies. They came out for the longest time were fighting jobbers. They were winning right away, but now as they've started fighting actual name superstars, they're having a tougher time with it, and which is fine because everybody's kind of wants their favorites to beat the big guys. So I'm gonna say that the big guys are gonna lose. Kane and Punk gonna win.
Viscera and Mark Henry have been with the company for a long time, and the entire time they've been with the company, they've never really known exactly what to do with them. As Scott said, most of the time they have them just fighting jobbers. CM Punk and Kane really need a good win at a pay-per-view to really bump the characters back up. I mean, Punk is the ECW champion, and he's been doing a whole lot of nothing for the past month. So I'm going to agree with him, and I'm going to put Punk and Kane in this match. The next match we have is Shawn Michaels versus Mr. Kennedy. This one's a little bit tougher for me to call. I'm going to pick Shawn Michaels simply due to the fact that a lot of people are saying that Bobby Lashley is going to make his return at Armageddon. As a lot of you probably know, he went out due to an injury by the hands of Mr. Kennedy, so there's going to be a lot of bad blood there. So I figure that Bobby is going to probably come out at some point during the match and assist Shawn Michaels, so Shawn Michaels is going to get the win.
I pick Michaels also. This is kind of a freebie match. There's no title at stake, so they can give it to Michaels. He's back. He's still on fire from his return. So I'm going to say Michaels is going to get this one. The next one is going to be Finlay versus the Great Khali. I'm also going to side against the Giant Freak. Pardon me if you're out there listening, Khali. I apologize, but Finlay.
He means it though, so it doesn't matter.
But Khali is kind of like Big Daddy V and Henry, one-trick pony. The novelty is kind of worn out, so it kind of bores me, and I think he's pretty much boring everybody else. So I'm going to go with Finlay to win this one.
I pretty much agree with everything he said. I mean, the Great Khali is just stupid, basically, to put it delicately. I mean, the guy can't fight in the ring. He can barely walk to the ring to start off with. It looks like he's about to fall everywhere he goes.
He's got the little translator to catch him.
Yeah.
So lean on.
Yeah, I'm not personally a fan of Finlay either, but with this whole turn that they're kind of sort of trying to make, I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I'm going to pick Finlay to win, probably due to an assist by Hornswoggle in some way, but Finlay should win the match. Next is the WWE Championship match, Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. I'm a huge Jericho fan. I've always been a fan of his. It's nice to see him back after being out for about 2 years. But since his return, a lot of people have just been saying that it's not what it was intended to be. Triple H is one of those people. I don't think that's Jericho's fault, though. I think that's Orton's fault because Orton's just not a good champion. He's not, he doesn't have a lot to offer you as the champion. But having said that, I still think Orton is going to win the match, either by a DQ or just in some way so that he keeps the belt.
And I'm going to agree because I think it's just too soon for Orton to get some. I'm sorry, for Jericho, too soon after his return to get something major. And I think they still, while Orton is not necessarily exciting, I think they want to hang on to him a little longer as champion just till they can get something better going for WrestleMania.
Which will probably be Triple H.
Next match, Edge versus Batista versus Undertaker, the World Heavyweight Championship match. I say they're going to put that Edge is going to win because he kind of needs to resume his role as kind of the top dog and top heel in SmackDown and on the SmackDown brand. I think he was pulled too quickly out. Well, he was pulled out because of the injury, so he was kind of prematurely pulled out of the whole story. And I think he just works so well that they're going to want to put him back there, make him visible, make him the head again.
I agree with him. For me, it's a little more iffy. I mean, it could be Edge or The Undertaker, but it's probably going to be Edge. You know, this is the perfect scenario for his character to win the belt. I mean, it's a triple threat match. He doesn't even have to do most of the work in the match. You can let The Undertaker do most of the work, which will probably happen, and then at the last minute, he'll find some way to win. That way, he can win the belt, and they can set up this whole Edge-Undertaker feud for WrestleMania 24. So I agree with him. I think Edge is going to win the belt. The last match we're going to do is the wild card match for me. It's a very tough one for me to call. That is Jeff Hardy versus Triple H, where the winner gets a #1 contender shot at the Royal Rumble. I'm a huge Jeff Hardy fan. He's my favorite superstar in the WWE. I've always been a fan of his and his brothers, but it's nice to see them in singles action. But having said that, I think that Triple H is going to win the match. They're trying to set up, from what I hear, a feud between Randy Orton and Triple H at the Rumble, so that Triple H can win and be the champion for WrestleMania 24. It's a little sad that it's at Jeff Hardy's expense because I like him so much, but it has to be at somebody's, and I guess in a way it's a good way because they are sort of elevating his character, but Triple H is probably going to win.
I would agree also. I think I would have said that it would be Hardy because when I first heard about this, I said this is it. This is Hardy's time. He's going to win. He's going to go. But then when I heard about the whole stipulation, the whole title shot, #1 contender thing, that I realized it's probably too much for them to give Hardy at this point. So I'm going to go with Triple H again. Do you want to recap the list of winners?
To just recap, I picked Beth Phoenix. He picks Mickie James. MVP over Rey Mysterio. Punk and Kane over Big Daddy V, or Viscera, and Mark Henry. Shawn Michaels over Mr. Kennedy, probably due to an assist of some kind. Finlay over Khali, probably, again, due to an assist of some kind. Randy Orton over Jericho, probably due to a DQ. Edge over Batista and The Undertaker, and Triple H over Jeff Hardy, sadly. So that is it. That is our prediction for Armageddon 2007. Check back with us every week where we do our weekly WWE recap show on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you.